Yes. Hold on. I'm letting Tron OST Rectifier finish. Finite little granules of sound. All right, I'm going to try to take these out of my ears. And I got one, but not the other. These are the IE800s, and they were loaned to me about a year ago, and the owner said, I don't need them right now, and now they're not even for sale anymore. I mean, they're on Amazon for about $700, but I don't think anyone's paying that. But let's talk about them anyway. These are, let's take the tips off, and those are my tips. These are the smallest. I think the only thing small in this was probably the zero carbons. Remember those? Those were really tiny. And these are, well, look at that. And you can see how they're designed. You can see it's like a B&W speaker. It's got the points at the back, and it's got the circle here, which means that there is a 7mm driver in here. I believe it's 7mm. Just double check my stats. Nope. Those are the Canis Moon drops. You don't come up till later. Dynamic linear phase, 7mm transducer, extremely wide frequency response, precision ceramic housing, dual chamber absorber, 16 ohm impedance, symmetrical oxygen free cable, blah, 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 blah. New from $975. So if you wait long enough on any product, eventually whatever it does cost will be quintupled. Because I think these were $200 or $250. They were decent set, and they're good. Let's start with the actual review. Holy shit, is Zio's getting to it already? We're under a minute. Am I under a minute? I hope I'm under a minute. I like these IE800s. I really do. The way they sound, I would claim them as one of the best single transducer dynamic driver IEMs of all time. They are detailed. They are pleasant to listen to. That's a big deal. They actually have low end. Holy shit. Zios, why didn't you review these earlier? I don't know. Can you even see them? They're so small. They're so small down there. Look at these little tiny things. I have to get a goddamn manicure so that I can show them close enough to the camera. So on top of them sounding good, having decent soundstage, okay imaging. The only part of it I wasn't getting this. I was getting, big wide. Low end is filling. I don't want more low end. I was okay with the low end. So what's the problem with them, Zios? Why didn't you, what should we buy them? Should you buy them? Well, here's the thing. Those are the IE80s. The IE80S's are out for $300. And it's a completely different design, and it's going to have completely different fucking problems, and I'll go over those in a second. First, I want to go over the problems of this, and then I'm going to reference the Moondrop Canis Pros, which are less by a lot than the IE80S, and I haven't put them in the yard sale yet, have I? Have I? No? All right, up. Let's look at these IEMs. Let's take the case. Big old not high-res audio. It's still a sticker. It's still I can feel the edges. It's a sticker, which I believe I may have to correct myself. High-res audio may require 20 hertz to 40,000 hertz. So above all human hearing, basically dog hearing. And then you can get this sticker. And who cares? Because once you're born, you can hear like 20, 22,000. And then as soon as you hear your first jackhammer as like a 6-year-old, that shit drops. And then you listen to music at all, and that shit drops. So that is just the most telling thing ever, is this giant high-res audio sticker. It's huge. I kind of want to peel it off and keep it. Stick it on random things for fun. But, nice presentation. Here's your selection of tips. It does not come... they make special Comply foam tips for these. And I'll show you why in a second, as we get on to the reasons I'm like, oh, I can stab you, but I love you. Here are these silicones are pretty standard looking. They may have a little bit of an enlarged ridge around there to keep them on. Again, we'll get to that. Here's the case. I really like this is fucking nice. It's a beautiful design. Look, you open it up, you can drop your babies in there. Presumably you have the silicone tips on and they actually fit. Push it in there. Then you take the wire and you wrap it around the foam on the outside of this, right? You do that until it's wrapped up, and then you close it, and it's magnetized, and is it leather? Simulated LED doesn't matter. That's beautiful. That's one of the nicest ways to have IEMs. I got the $2,000 64 audios. I got the $3,600, and none of them can just figure out this is great. Little metal plaque with a serial number. It says made in Germany. It's got a place for the tool to clean them out. This is inspiring. I'm inspired. You should all be inspired. It keeps eating my tips because these are not stock tips. Get out. Get out. Okay, close this for a second. Now that the tips have fallen off for a second time, let's look at one of the real problems. Now, Sennheiser, I know that you are an established company, and here's the HDV 820 that's lined up for a review soon. I don't have it plugged in because if I did, it would stick out so far that it would cover my mat. So I'm just shoving it in the corner. So Sennheiser has a problem with large. Like, that's fucking big. HD800s are huge. So why the hell did you decide to make the tip on this that holds the actual tip on this, the actual shaft? Why is it so fucking small? Like, that is impenetrably small. That's not the right word, but I'm going to go with it. It's, I'd say, half the depth. Now I'm taking out the Canis Moondrops. You made me do it, Sennheiser. I wasn't gonna. I was gonna give these their own review, and they're all gonna sit there. But you see this, like, long, like where the tip can actually go on and then slide back, like, till this is, like, almost at the edge? Yeah, well, Sennheiser decided, nah, fuck that. Cut that shit off. Weight loss. I'd say it's a third as long as it needs to be. Which means you basically can't put your own tips on it. Because I use Dakoni tips almost exclusively. They're the only things that I can put in my ear. They fit properly. They don't get itchy. They don't fall out. They don't readjust. They're my perfect tips. Some people are the spiral dots. Some people have just the Complies. And if you're lucky enough to want to use the Complies, Compli makes a special set. They had to make a special IE80 set so that you can use them on this. Now, these are pretty popular IEMs, so I'm sure 70% of the people that are watching this video or have searched it out already own these. And I'm sure you guys are just like, yeah, no, that's fine. We don't need to change tips or anything, Sennheiser. Thanks. So, flaw number one. Again, remember, I love the way these sound. I really, really do. And the owner's going to get them back, and he's going to enjoy them, and God bless him for putting up with me for holding them for a year. Wires do not disconnect. And I can accept that because it's so short. Look at the smallness of this. How the hell would you work a connector into that? You would add weight. These, like, don't exist. They, like, float on the wire. They're ceramic. They're just super light and small. So attached wire. But that's not the way to go about it. By the way, I like this. I really like the texture of this wire. It's like a jade green, although that might be... It's gray with a little bit of green in it. There might be oxidation happening inside of the translucent shell. And it comes down, and it's a very short Y split. Right here's the Y split. It's very short. And it has one of those keeps, so you can slide it up. Now, I don't think you're going to actually tighten this against your neck because it's so short already, but you could beautifully slide this little rubber thing. That's nice. And then you got this split, and it looks awfully big. Why is it so big? Oh, my God! Sennheiser did a thing. Look. Not a balanced plug. Only a 3-pole, but a 2.5 millimeter 3-pole. Look, it disconnects. That's amazing. Sennheiser, bravo. Brav fucking oh. So that you could take this apart and you could put a longer wire on this. Only problem is Sennheiser doesn't sell any other fucking wires for this. They did this system once. If you know of another Sennheiser IEM that has, or any other IEM on earth that comes with this system where it's a male 2.5 millimeter 3-pole here, and then you can get this so you can plug it in, please tell me. And you'll note that I started playing it today on my desk off of the Monoprice Portable THX. This was not due to the fact that it is one of the best IEM driving amps around there. It is, but that's not the reason. The reason is because if you unplug this wire, then you hold these on this end of this 4-foot table, and then you stretch this out. That's short as fuck. And if I was going to try to plug it into my 789 like I normally do, because the 789, again, amazing, I would get to here, where I sit normally would be full tension on the wire. Now, I I review a lot of IEMs as of late. I'm coming out of the gates. I got lots to do. And these are the shortest I have ever seen. And for no reason. Like, okay, you want to make it shorter? Fine. You want to provide a short cable? Fine. You want to have it detachable like this? Fine. At least sell a longer one. Sennheiser? So, you're fucking it up a little bit. You beautiful case. The case. Get away every other case on earth. This is great. The weight, the sound is great. This is great. You did nothing with it. It should come, honestly, for that price, it should come with a longer one. It should come with the short one. This should be the portable. It should come with one that's 1.5 feet longer for desk use. And the fact that they didn't make this a 4-pole for balance is also like, oh, then why? Why bother? You've got hot and ground in each one of these, and it's coming in here, and all you needed to do was spend like 1/1000 of a penny more per unit because you're Sennheiser, and you could have made this balanced, and you could have offered a balanced option for this, but Sennheiser doesn't sell balanced players, so why would they even bother offering that? Oh wait, that's balanced, but it would have to be 4.4 millimeter because Sennheiser, oh my god. So, tips don't stay on. This is a useless system. It's great. It really is. I wish other IEMs would do this, especially ones that can't detach the wire. If you're going to make something this small, I understand why you're trying to accommodate, but it's like, let's look at the tip. Right angle, very right angle, thick, not much of a strain relief. That's a strain relief, but it doesn't actually bend much. You can just see the wire is just going to break there. And it's got this weird, like, come out point. It does stick in a little bit. I don't hate this. There's a lot to love about the way these sound. It's everything around that bothers me. And that's when we start talking about the other ones, which I'm hoping someone will loan me for review, even though I want to get rid of IEMs. So, these are now up to $900. I don't think they're quite worth that. The new ones, the IE80S, $300. By the way, the ratings are exactly the same. 3.5 stars and 3.5 stars. I completely grasp that rating because they sound just clear and balanced, and the bass is not overdone or underdone. They really sat down and tuned these properly and then fucked everything else up. It's like putting a small block Chevy engine in a Citroen 2CV, but a really well-made Citroen 2CV. Like, it's still a Citroen 2CV, and it's got all these fucking weird things, but a small block Chevy engine will go forever. And no one got that reference if they're over the pond. Or maybe they did. I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, what's on these new ones, Zeos? Well, the cables are now detachable from the actual units. You can see it here. Let me see if I can hold on. Let me view image, click, control. Okay. Scroll up. Do I just scroll? There we go. Bigger. What the fuck is that? What is that? If you go back to the thing, you know what it says right here? And which bullet point is it? 1. First bullet point, audiophile. Second bullet point, durable. Third bullet point, improved. Fourth bullet point, unique. Fifth bullet point, ear tip set. Where's the option? Oh, no, you know what it is? It's further down. Detachable cable. The IE80S features a rugged detachable cable using the well-known Sennheiser proprietary 2-pin connector. So, I want to love you, Sennheiser. You brought me so much joy. You brought me the HD600s, the 660s. You fucked up and made the 5.8Xs too good for their cost. This thing's decent. I'm okay with a lot of... I lived Sennheiser products for a long time. But I'm going to point this middle finger and I'm going to turn it around. Because you don't put a proprietary connector that's world-renowned on something because you feel like it. Because no one else is going to adopt a proprietary connector because of the word proprietary. So they went to upgrade these to the S version. They went, all right, this system didn't work. We didn't make any cables. Let's make it detachable. And then you motherfuckers, I'm a big player in the audio game. I have to be nice. Put a proprietary connector on it instead of just anything that anyone else uses so that anyone can do anything. I'm a big fan of not doing proprietary bullshit. You have to have a really good reason to do proprietary bullshit, and that's not one of them, Sennheiser. Oh, no. This This is the anger I'm going to bring to Rocky Mountain Audio Fest, by the way. If you haven't seen my GoFundMe, GoFundMe. So, also, let's go back. I want to keep pointing at the very angry, tiny, little, just angry. So good. They also have, very interestingly, and I'm hoping that this is why I get them, look, an adjustment screwdriver thing on the back of the unit. So each one of them, which is probably going to be slightly bigger than this, I'm imagining it's a different shape, is going to have a little adjustment. So you could adjust however you feel. Oh, I could adjust this to be... Oh. I could do that. What is this? Hold on. Is this a thing? Did this fit? Hold on, I might have my anger... Okay, that's really thick. What are you for? Why is this person drinking tea? What are they showing me here? Holy shit. What a Photoshop job. Stop the presses, everyone. I'm sorry. This is apparently a silver-plated upgrade cable for the IE800, which is these, which you can't have because it literally won't plug in. So they're showing me a thing here. Is that the 2-pin? Is that the new one, the IE80S? Will that fit that? Because if that's the case, if companies can sell me a $22 cable, by the way, this has 3 stars. But we're going to stop and we're going to look at this amazing thing because it's an old lady. You can see it's an old woman wearing a sweater. I think it's an old woman, her long nail, yeah. With a pen and a teacup and this really nice tea infuser. And then someone has photoshopped an iPhone and the plug for the... That's it. That's the only part of the product that's here. And an iPhone that's hovering above Casting No Shadow. Promise to link this in the description so you guys can go and you could just marvel at that. I want that tea infuser. This is a bullshit thing. They need to tell me where they stole that picture from. And now on to the Canis Pros. The Moondrops. Because... since you can't buy these, and since it seems like the IE80Ss, even though they may sound amazing and have adjustable things, are nice, they're also $300. And I'm always here to save everyone a buck. I know I try to make you buy $3,000 headphones. That's only because I think they're worth it. And even though I haven't heard the IE80Ss, Sennheiser has bothered me a little bit too much today. So I'm going to recommend the Canis Moondrops. Moondrop Canis Pros. I don't know. They should be called the Canis Moondrops. Moondrop shouldn't be a company name. All right? I'm here to... it's a reckoning with me. I'm going to fix everything wrong with the audiophile community. Your naming conventions are stupid. Your connectors are stupid. Your wires are stupid. Your pricing is stupid. Meet me in Rocky Mountain Audio Fest. Room 9005, I think. Yeah, I really like the These are the same... essential design, bigger obviously, heavier obviously, but under 200 and will accomplish everything you want out of an IEM minus this amazing case. I mean, you got this or this. If they please Sennheiser, do not be that company that does not make a profit on something. Don't be Odyssey who decides not to sell their vegan pads to people who don't own Odyssey products. Says, hey, people are putting vegan pads on random monoprice headphones. We can't have that. We're an exclusive luxury brand. But they were making money on pads, which cost nothing. $100 a pair, and they just stopped. Sell this to me. I want to buy this. You listening, Sennheiser? Start selling accessories for other... If I have Canis Pros, make it so that this fits a larger IEM, and I could do this with the wire, and I'll spend $30 on one of these. It's so nice. It's so nice. And you could have it say Sennheiser custom case for, you know, because we love audiophiles and not just ourselves. That's the thing. You're going to be a company. You got to be in this community for the whole community, not just for yourself. You're going to make money if you're a good company. But if you're a piece of shit company, it makes me not want to spend money on you. Which is why I'm going to link to these. I'm going to link to the S's so you can look at that stupid connector. Then I'm going to link to the Canis Pros at the end of this video. Because those are cheaper. Those do just well enough. And you pissed me off a little bit, Sennheiser. Just a little bit you pissed me off. Don't piss me off. And you pissed me off in the engineering department. Not even marketing. You like Bose and Beats and Monster cables. Those are marketing people pissing me off. So they're supposed to. But you decided that this was a thing and then you didn't continue with it. And you made these really short for no fucking reason. because you got full-size tips. Like, I've got a couple in-ears that are designed really fucking weird, and they have to have a shorter tip. The tip's like half the distance, so that would make sense on that. But you don't. You have no reason to do this. I'm done. I'm done yelling. I'm praising these. These actually, if you have a set, love them and enjoy them. They sound great. They really are. They're at least they sound their worth. $200, $250. Yes, absolutely. Everything else about them, the owner complained about microphonics. I was only getting that a little bit when this heavy motherfucker was dragging back and forth across my shirt. But, you know, I usually have my music up loud enough that microphonics don't bother me. Run the Jewels does not. Run the Jewels is the perfect filter for microphonics. Just turn that on and you're good. So thank you for stopping by to hear me rant and rage about Run the Jewels and microphonics and Sennheiser proprietary connectors. I'll be here tomorrow with another review, and in the meantime you can download that wallpaper in the description, get all the links in the description. If you want to support my madness, please check out the upper right or down below or in the middle of the screen in about 12 seconds for the Patreon link where you can see these reviews early. You could also, if I buy something, let's say I buy the S's and review them, with the Patreon money, I will sell them to patrons from the 1st to the 10th of every month in a yard sale. Shipping free in America, half price shipping for the rest of the world. You also get to ask me any questions you want through Patreon for $5, and if you join for $10, they made my hands bigger for $10, you get into a private Telegram chat where you can message me directly and message other patrons directly. You're all in a big group. Everyone's circle jerking about all the gear they have and how much they love it or hate it, and I'll ask your opinion. You guys dictate this channel if you're in the $10 tier. What video do you want to come out next? Should I redo this sound demo? What do you think about this wallpaper? You know, I go over things. I had to open up an amp and I had to show people. I'm showing them. I'm showing my $10 patrons, things like that. So that's what I got. And I'm not sure if I've announced it yet. I should have. There will be a room at the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest featuring me and HiFiGuides.com. So if you are interested in that, maybe a link below for a GoFundMe, because I'm trying to make up the insane loss that will have on my bank account. Well, several people's bank accounts. But either way, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by. Zeos out.